smoke detectors can indeed be supplied from a panel that is protected by an arc fault circuit interrupter, which is often abbreviated as FSI. The National Electrical Code, which is a widely adopted standard for safe electrical installation, permits this. Let's delve into the specific sections of the NEC that address this allowance. NEC Section 760.41b3 provides guidance related to the power sources for fire alarm systems. This section stipulates that fire alarm circuits must be supplied by a dedicated branch circuit. This requirement helps to ensure that the fire alarm system is not affected by failures in other electrical circuits. The section further clarifies that the branch circuit must be readily accessible and identified for fire alarm use only. What's important here is that there's no specific restriction against using an arc fault circuit interrupter on this dedicated branch circuit. So, while the NEC mandates a dedicated circuit, it does not prohibit the use of FSI protection. Now let's turn our attention to NEC Section 90.2b6. This section addresses the scope of the NEC and what type of installations it covers. NEC 90.2b6 indicates the code does not cover fire alarm systems. However, because 760.41b3 does allow the use of a regular circuit, then by default, the circuit can have arc fault protection. FSIs are designed to protect against electrical fires that can result from arc faults, which are unintentional electrical discharges that occur when electricity jumps between two or more conductors. These arcs can generate high levels of heat, which can ignite nearby combustible materials and cause a fire. Because of this protective function, FSIs are required in many areas of the home, particularly in bedroom circuits. When considering the use of FSIs with smoke detectors, it's crucial to understand the potential for nuisance tripping. Nuisance tripping occurs when an FSI trips even though there is no actual arc fault. This can be caused by various factors, including electrical noise, transient voltage surges, or even certain types of appliances. If an FSI is prone to nuisance tripping, it could potentially disable the smoke detector circuit, which is obviously an undesirable outcome. To mitigate the risk of nuisance tripping, it's important to select high-quality FSIs that are designed to minimize false trips. These FSIs often incorporate advanced filtering and detection algorithms that help to distinguish between actual arc faults and harmless electrical noise. It's also important to ensure that the smoke detector and the FSI are compatible with each other. Some smoke detectors may generate electrical noise that can interfere with the FSI's operation, leading to nuisance tripping. Consulting the manufacturer's specifications for both the smoke detector and the FSI can help ensure compatibility. Furthermore, it's essential to follow proper wiring practices when installing the smoke detector circuit. Loose connections, damaged wiring, or improper grounding can all contribute to electrical noise and increase the likelihood of nuisance tripping. Careful attention to detail during installation can help to minimize these risks. Now, let's discuss some practical considerations for using FSIs with smoke detectors. Firstly, ensure that the smoke detector circuit is indeed a dedicated circuit, as required by NEC 760.41b3. This means that the circuit should not serve any other loads or appliances. This helps to prevent other electrical issues from affecting the smoke detector's operation. Secondly, use a high-quality FSI that is specifically designed to minimize nuisance tripping. Look for FSIs that have advanced filtering and detection algorithms. Thirdly, check the compatibility of the smoke detector and the FSI. Consult the manufacturer's specifications to ensure that they are compatible with each other. Fourthly, follow proper wiring practices during installation. Ensure that all connections are tight, that the wiring is in good condition, and that the grounding is correct. Fifthly, consider using a combination FSI which combines arc fault protection with ground fault protection. This can provide enhanced safety and protection against electrical hazards. Sixthly, test the smoke detector regularly to ensure that it is functioning properly. Most smoke detectors have a test button that can be used to verify their operation. Seventhly, if you experience frequent nuisance tripping, consult with a qualified electrician to diagnose the problem and determine the best course of action. It's possible that there is an underlying electrical issue that needs to be addressed. Eighthly, be aware that some jurisdictions may have local codes or regulations that differ from the NEC. Check with your local building department to ensure that you are in compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. It's also important to consider the location of the smoke detectors within the building. Smoke detectors should be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and any applicable codes. Generally, smoke detectors should be installed on every level of the home, inside each bedroom, and outside of sleeping areas. The placement of smoke detectors can affect their sensitivity and responsiveness to smoke. For example, smoke detectors should not be installed near kitchens or bathrooms, where steam or cooking fumes can trigger false alarms. Similarly, smoke detectors should not be installed near air vents or fans, where air currents can interfere with their ability to detect smoke. In addition to using FSIs, it's also important to consider other safety measures to protect against electrical fires. These measures can include using tamper-resistant receptacles, installing ground fault circuit interrupters in wet locations, and ensuring that all electrical work is performed by a qualified electrician. Tamper-resistant receptacles are designed to prevent children from inserting objects into the outlets, which can cause electrical shock or fire. Ground fault circuit interrupters are designed to protect against electrical shock in wet locations, such as bathrooms and kitchens. They work by detecting imbalances in the electrical current and quickly shutting off the power to the circuit. Ensuring that all electrical work is performed by a qualified electrician is crucial for ensuring safety and compliance with codes. Qualified electricians have the training, experience, and knowledge to perform electrical work safely and correctly. They can also identify potential hazards and recommend appropriate safety measures. Moreover, the NEC provides guidance on the selection and installation of smoke detectors. Section 760.41b3 refers back to other sections for the actual circuit requirements. So, it is crucial to refer to other sections of the NEC to determine specific requirements for smoke detector installations, such as the type of wiring that is permitted, the size of the conductors, and the overcurrent protection requirements. Also, note that while the NEC permits the use of FSIs with smoke detectors, some manufacturers may have specific recommendations or requirements. It's always a good idea to consult the manufacturer's documentation for both the smoke detector and the FSI to ensure that they are compatible and that the installation is in accordance with their recommendations. In summary, smoke detectors can be fed from a panel with an arc fault breaker as permitted by the NEC. However, it's important to consider the potential for nuisance tripping, to select high-quality FSIs, to ensure compatibility between the smoke detector and the FSI, and to follow proper wiring practices. Additionally, other safety measures such as tamper-resistant receptacles, ground fault circuit interrupters, and qualified electricians can help to protect against electrical fires. Remember to always consult the latest edition of the NEC and any applicable local codes or regulations to ensure compliance. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it's important to stay up to date on the latest requirements. This information is for educational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical work. Ensuring that your smoke detectors are functioning properly and that your electrical system is safe is crucial for protecting your home and family from fire hazards. Electrical safety should always be a top priority. In addition to the points already covered, let's expand on some related considerations for the safe and effective use of smoke detectors with arc fault circuit interrupted. Firstly, it's beneficial to understand the different types of smoke detectors available. The two primary types are ionization smoke detectors and photoelectric smoke detectors. Ionization smoke detectors are generally more responsive to flaming fires, while photoelectric smoke detectors are typically more responsive to smoldering fires. Some smoke detectors combine both ionization and photoelectric sensors for comprehensive fire detection. Understanding the characteristics of each type can help you choose the most appropriate smoke detectors for your specific needs. Secondly, it's crucial to understand the purpose of smoke detectors, which is to save lives. If there are constant false alarms from electrical noise or other interference, that is not the intended use. The correct solution may be to use a different, non-arc fault protected circuit if nuisance tripping is frequent. Thirdly, consider the use of interconnected smoke detectors. Interconnected smoke detectors are wired together so that when one smoke detector detects smoke, all of the smoke detectors in the home will sound an alarm. This can provide an early warning of a fire, even if the fire starts in a remote part of the home. Interconnected smoke detectors can be either hardwired or wireless. Fourthly, think about the maintenance of smoke detectors. Smoke detectors should be tested regularly, typically once a month, to ensure that they are functioning properly. The batteries and battery-powered smoke detectors should be replaced at least once a year, or more often if the smoke detector indicates that the battery is low. Smoke detectors should also be cleaned regularly to remove dust and debris, which can interfere with their operation. A vacuum cleaner with a brush attachment can be used to clean smoke detectors. Fifthly, look at the lifespan of smoke detectors. Smoke detectors have a limited lifespan, typically around 10 years. After 10 years, smoke detectors should be replaced, even if they appear to be functioning properly. This is because the sensors in smoke detectors can degrade over time, reducing their sensitivity and responsiveness to smoke. Sixthly, do not paint smoke detectors. Painting smoke detectors can block the sensors and prevent them from detecting smoke. If you need to paint a room, remove the smoke detectors first and replace them after the painting is complete. Seventhly, consider smoke detectors for people with hearing impairments. There are smoke detectors available that are specifically designed for people with hearing impairments. These smoke detectors typically include a strobe light that flashes when the alarm sounds. Eighthly, be careful when working on any electrical wiring. Always turn off the power to the circuit before working on any electrical wiring. Use a voltage tester to verify that the power is off. If you are not comfortable working with electrical wiring, hire a qualified electrician. Ninthly, always consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical work. Qualified electricians have the training, experience, and knowledge to perform electrical work safely and correctly. They can also identify potential hazards and recommend appropriate safety measures. Tenthly, do not use smoke detectors to detect gas leaks. Smoke detectors are designed to detect smoke, not gas leaks. If you suspect a gas leak, contact your local gas company or a qualified technician. It is crucial to remember that smoke detectors are a critical safety device that can save lives. By following these tips and recommendations, you can help to ensure that your smoke detectors are functioning properly and that your home is protected from fire hazards. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility. By working together, we can help to prevent electrical fires and keep our homes and families safe. The NEC provides a comprehensive set of requirements for electrical installations, including smoke detectors. It is essential to consult the NEC and any applicable local codes or regulations to ensure compliance. In addition to the NEC, there are other standards and guidelines that provide information on smoke detector installation and maintenance. These standards and guidelines can be helpful in ensuring that your smoke detectors are installed and maintained properly. Remember that arc fault circuit interrupters are designed to protect against electrical fires. Smoke detectors are designed to detect smoke and provide an early warning of a fire. By using both the size and smoke detectors, you can provide comprehensive protection against fire hazards. Furthermore, consider the potential impact of renovations or remodeling projects on your smoke detector system. When undertaking renovations or remodeling, it's important to ensure that the smoke detector system is not compromised. Smoke detectors may need to be relocated or added to ensure adequate coverage. Also, be sure to update the smoke detector system if the renovations or remodeling change the layout or configuration of the home. Always consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the smoke detector system is properly integrated with the renovations or remodeling project. Also, if you are purchasing a new home, be sure to have the smoke detector system inspected by a qualified electrician. This can help to identify any potential problems or deficiencies. A qualified electrician can also provide recommendations for upgrading or improving the smoke detector system.